On the surface, Shamar Elkins was a veteran, a father, a man who publicly prayed for peace of mind. But what happens when the very things someone posts online turn out to be a countdown? To understand one of the most devastating crimes in modern US history, we can't just look at the day it happened. We have to look at the years before, because behind the uniform and the smiling family photos, there was a dangerous pattern hiding in plain sight, and almost everyone missed it. 31-year-old Shamar Elkins wasn't a stranger to structure. He served 7 years in the Louisiana Army National Guard. He was never deployed, leaving the military in 2020. From the outside, he was just a guy trying to hold life together, but the cracks were already there. Elkins had a criminal history that pointed to a man struggling with control. In 2016, an arrest for DWI, but in 2019, things escalated. He was charged with illegal use of a weapon. Police say he fired multiple shots near a school after a confrontation, while children were nearby. He was a man with access to firearms, a history of reckless behavior, and a collapsing marriage. But the ultimate red flag didn't come from a police report, it came from his own keyboard. Shortly before the unthinkable happened, Elkins went online and posted a prayer. God, guide my mind and my emotions. When depression tries to settle in, when anger rises, give me strength to reject it. For anyone paying attention, that wasn't just a prayer. That was a leak from a pressure cooker about to explode. According to family members, he was drowning in dark thoughts as his separation from his wife grew increasingly hostile. But there was a ticking clock. This violence didn't happen on a random morning. It occurred on April 19, 2026, exactly one day before Elkins and his wife were scheduled to appear in court for their separation proceedings. Facing the reality of a judge, a courtroom, and the finality of losing control over his family, the pressure cooker broke. What happened next across Shreveport, Louisiana wasn't a sudden snap. It was a targeted, domestic escalation. Within minutes, across homes just blocks apart, Elkins shot 10 people. 8 of them lost their lives, and incomprehensibly, 7 of the victims were his own children. The devastation ended only after Elkins fled, carjacked a vehicle, and led police on a chase before being shot and killed. It's easy to call him a monster and move on, but that doesn't solve anything. Experts in domestic violence will tell you the most dangerous time for a victim is when they are trying to leave. It's an escalation, a history of violence, a looming court date, unchecked emotional instability, and access to weapons. It's a formula we've seen too many times in America. The tragedy of Shamar Elkins isn't just about one man losing control. It's about what happens when glaring warning signs go unaddressed, because the most dangerous moments don't start with a gunshot, they start quietly, long before anyone realizes it. If you want to look past the breaking news and understand the why behind the headlines, subscribe to Global Telegraph, because understanding how this happens might be the only way to prevent what comes next.